Hi there guys, I hope you are having a good day. Now there has been a lot of talk coming from Prince Charles Martin, who believes he is going to get a world title opportunity and he is ranked number 2 by the IBF, and hopefully he is thinking that Kubrat Pulev might get injured or maybe Anthony Joshua might vacate, therefore he can fight for a vacant world title or jump in Pulev's position to fight Anthony Joshua. Now he said that don't believe the hype with Joshua, everyone bigs him up, but he's not what everyone makes out. He falls apart when he gets hit. What happened in Joshua's fight with Charles Martin? He got punched twice or once, just went down, got up, got hit, went down again. He basically quit that fight. So how can Charles Martin say that Anthony Joshua is mentally weak and doesn't want to get hit? And when he does, he falls. What happened to Charles Martin when he got in there with Anthony Joshua? That very thing. So him saying that Anthony Joshua has these vulnerabilities and weaknesses and he can exploit them when he gets in the ring with him. He didn't. He had the chance. He had the opportunity. He didn't do it. He was world champion, came over to the UK. I mean, in this fight, I expected Charles Martin to at least throw a punch. He was world champion. Come on. He just went over and he bottled it against Anthony Joshua. And now he believes that Anthony Joshua is the one who is vulnerable mentally and to the chin as well. Well, it was Charles Martin who got exposed in that fight with Anthony Joshua. I mean, he was only world champion because someone got injured and pulled out of the fight in the 3rd round. So, I mean, he was world champion by default, at best. And him keeping an eye on Anthony Joshua versus Kubrat Pulev, and specifically Kubrat Pulev's fitness, to think that maybe he can jump in there as a replacement for Kubrat Pulev, because obviously Kubrat Pulev had a fight with Anthony Joshua in 2017, but pulled out because of a shoulder injury, I believe, and then Carlos Takam was replacing him with 8 days notice, and maybe Charles Martin believes he has an opportunity to do that very thing again. Maybe Kubrat Pulev will pull out and he can jump in, save the day, and fight Anthony Joshua. I mean, in a rematch with Joshua, he wouldn't last a round now because that was Anthony Joshua's 16th fight. I know that Charles Martin was inexperienced at the time as well, but ultimately Anthony Joshua's 16th fight. Look at the fights Anthony Joshua has had since that fight. Look at how much better Anthony Joshua is now compared to when he fought Charles Martin. Look at the opponents he has beaten: Vladimir Klitschko, Joseph Parker, Alexander Povetkin, Andy Ruiz. So Anthony Joshua has gone on to bigger and better things, much bigger, much better things than Charles Martin. So Charles Martin knocks out Gerald Washington, then all of a sudden he believes he can beat Anthony Joshua, or even warrant a world title opportunity for that matter, because he's number 2, Kubrat Pulev is number 1. So obviously, if Kubrat Pulev pulls out, number 2 will get the opportunity. If he doesn't want it, number 3, it just goes like that, down through the rankings. So what are the chances that Charles Martin gets an opportunity to fight Anthony Joshua because Kubrat Pulev is injured? Well, it happened last time, so maybe he's looking at that, but I don't believe it will happen this time. I believe this is last chance saloon for Kubrat Pulev, and I believe that he will do everything in his power to make sure he gets to the ring on December 12th. And then there's scenario number 2. Anthony Joshua vacates. Let's be real, Anthony Joshua is not vacating that IBF world title. Why would he? Because the only way he would ever even consider vacating that title is to fight Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury's fighting Deontay Wilder 19th of December, a week after Anthony Joshua Pulev. So Joshua can't fight Tyson Fury, the one fight that trumps all of them, all of the fights that he is currently going to have. Pulev, Usyk, all of them. That is the only fight that would make Anthony Joshua even consider vacating a world title, and that fight cannot happen. So there is no way AJ is vacating the IBF. He may have to vacate the WBO, but that's further down the line. That has nothing to do with Charles Martin. So he won't be fighting Kubrat Pulev either for a vacant world title fight, and even if he did, Kubrat Pulev would beat Charles Martin. I believe he would even stop him, because I just don't believe that Charles Martin is on the level of a Kubrat Pulev. Definitely not on the level of Anthony Joshua. And yes, of course, fair play to Charles Martin. Lost to Anthony Joshua, come back in a few low profile fights, then a good profile win against Gerald Washington. Then he's back on the scene again. So fair play for regrouping and rebuilding. But let's not forget, there is a loss in that comeback trail to Adam Kalnaki, who recently got exposed against Robert Helenius. So how good is Charles Martin? Good win against Gerald Washington, but Gerald Washington is one thing. Kubrat Pulev and Anthony Joshua is another thing entirely. Would Gerald Washington even come close to even beating Kubrat Pulev. No, Pulev would school him and stop him, probably in better fashion than Charles Martin did. So Martin can't go from Gerald Washington to the next level like that. There are levels to this game. Charles Martin's shown his in fights with Anthony Joshua and Adam Kownacki. When he steps up a level, he comes unstuck. But having said that, he just wants another world title opportunity, and you cannot blame him for that. But ultimately, I don't believe Kubrat Pulev will pull out of the Anthony Joshua fight unless there is an injury, unless there is something that stops him from fighting. And AJ is not vacating that title, because the only reason he would is to fight Tyson Fury, and that fight cannot happen. So no vacating titles from Anthony Joshua. And I mean, you cannot plan injuries or anything like that, but I believe that Kubrat Pulev and Anthony Joshua will go ahead December 12th. And what is mildly amusing is that Charles Martin is outlining his plans for a world title opportunity and a world title fight, and those plans involve someone getting injured or someone vacating a title. That's basically how he became world champion last time. Tyson Fury got stripped, so he fought in a vacant world title fight, and the guy he fought got injured, so had to pull out. So basically what Charles Martin is expecting to do is become world champion in the same way he done last time. Someone gets stripped or someone vacates, someone gets injured. That's what happened to him to become world champion last time, and I'm guessing he's hoping it's going to happen again. Either Kubrat Pulev gets injured or Anthony Joshua vacates or gets stripped, which isn't going to happen. Joshua will not give up the IBF world title. There's no need to, because the only fight out there for Anthony Joshua to make him want to vacate that IBF world title would be Tyson Fury. Even then, Anthony Joshua wants to be undisputed, all of the belts together, one face, one name, one champion. That is what he wants. So why vacate one of the belts if that is what he is headed towards? So he's not going to vacate one of his world titles. So given that, the best option for Charles Martin to get a world title opportunity is for Kubrat Pulev to get injured. Now, obviously Kubrat Pulev got injured last time and had to pull out. Carlos Takam replaced him. This time it would be Charles Martin, but still, Kubrat Pulev has one chance only, at a world title, at a big payday. That is Anthony Joshua. He missed it once. He's not going to want to miss it again. And of course, he has no control over those injuries. But the thing is, in boxing, training camps are tough. Boxing is tough. You're going to get niggles, you're going to get injuries. Anthony Joshua had many problems going into the fight with Alexander Povetkin. So there are problems for fighters going into every single fight. It's just whether you want to put it all on the line and still go out there and challenge for a world title. Pulev this time, I believe, will go through that. If he has a few niggles, he will still go to the ring and fight Anthony Joshua because it's his last chance. But guys, what are your thoughts on this? Make sure you leave your thoughts in the comments below, leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. Thanks guys.